Hello and welcome to what is going to be the final part of this little mini-series, where we get all the magic, that being miracles, sorceries, and pyromancies in Dark Souls 3. So, after defeating the three main Lords of Cinder, what you do is you spawn right down there and you fight the Dancer. After fighting the Dancer, you just come up the ladder and you go straight forward, and you end up here, in Lothric Castle proper, which is basically the high wall of Lothric, but you have a lot more stamina and a lot more health, and the enemies have a lot more damage, which is always nice. I mean, it is fun to see how much progress you've made, seeing that this is the last area in, like, the main story part. Also, bonfire. Now, when you first come in through here, a dragon comes by and you go, oh no, and you have to jump off here to the side. And there's some enemies that blow up into dragon things down in the trenches. There are some normal enemies here. Don't need to worry about them too much. Some more normal enemies. And dragon fire here, so you just want to sprint on through. It's not too big of a deal. You just got to keep an eye out for it. You got to just keep running. There's a lever to open the main gate. And you come over here. And down here in this doorway to the right, you can kill the first dragon. It's like a pus monster. And with a bow, it's very easy to just take it out without getting within being spit on range. And with that, you're free to go through this section with the dragon down, and with the lever and the gate opened. Now here you might want to watch out because there's two Lothric Knights, one with a ultra greatsword, and some of these guys who heal them, which is not fun. And from here, right up there is the boss. Right there is just a shortcut. And down here, you can fight the second dragon. I recommend just staying up there, and again, bow, very easy. And from here, you get the Braille Divine Tome of Lothric, the final Divine Tome. And you just fall back to the main, like, front section area, right in front of the gate, so you can just run right back. And from here, where you drop down to the second dragon, instead of dropping down, just take a left. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. It's winter time, and I got very, very sick, which put off this recording for like 2.5 days. And from here, you can drop down another ultra greatsword Lothric Knight. And from here, you want to get 30 sunlight medals, which can be farmed from the Lothric Knights here. But here you just pray at this, you offer 30, and you get for 10 Sacred Oath, for 30 Great Lightning Spear. And then along with that, you get this door, which opens up back to where you got the drop to the second dragon. And also to the boss. So you can get back here. One of the best bosses in the game. They're wonderful. One of the Lothric Knights chased me out here, which was a surprise. I've never seen that happen. Which was not a fight I was prepared for, because I was trying to run away from him at the moment. But coming here, Grand Archives, light the bonfire. Here, if you defeated all 3 previous Lords of Cinder, this guy shows up, gives you the key, you open this up. Grand Archives. Now, a Crystal Sage shows up there. Just smack them a few times. They'll bail. They respawn. Oh boy. Alright. I killed all the enemies going through here. And they all respawned. For some reason. But that's fine. What you want to do is you want to dunk your head in wax and go right here. There's one of these little crystal skittery dudes. To the left of the staircase he goes up, there's a lever. And to the left, this bookcase comes down. Where you can get yourself power within. And then you can just go up the staircase to like the back right. Run past all these enemies because they're quite easy to run away from, actually. Some of them you don't want to run away from because some of them are deadly and do a ton of damage. But also, some of them aren't appearing right now, which is weird. Normally there are 2 little gremlin dudes, these guys, that show up there, but they didn't show up there. Don't know why they didn't show up there, but they didn't show up there, so here we are. Now, normally going through here, this is an illusory wall. So you can roll through that, you can hit it, whatever. And then there's an Outrider Knight here. They're very fast, they do a lot of damage, so keep that in mind. I'd recommend not running past them to get Soul Stream, because very high chance of dying. But you drop here. Over there is where the Crystal Sage shows up the second time. Hit them, they show up here. And here you can... Here's where most people kill them. And where you're probably going to get the Crystal Scroll. And then you can just keep on moving. And then a shortcut right there. And you can just keep on moving. And there are a few of these enemies. They're very slow and easy to dodge. You don't even have to, like, you really don't even have to dodge them. You can just run. Which is normally not a good idea, but it works if they're slow. Like this guy. And you can come up here, go to the right, and then another Lothric Knight. But you can ignore him and go off to the right. And 2 of these little guys, pretty easy to take care of. Going over there, there's a ladder you can kick down for another shortcut. And then you can go out here. And it's good to be careful here because there are 3 NPCs that are all powerful, and even staying at a range and shooting one of them with a bow will get the attention of all 3, so keep that in mind. And then shortcut. And this brings you back down to the beginning of Grand Archives. Right after the boss. Which is wonderful. So you can just sprint past those 3 NPCs and take a drink real quick. Because my throat cannot handle being sick. But But if you go straight forward, there's some enemies and then a boss. Go do that boss, and then come back here, and go left. Because to the left here is what basically amounts to the final sorcery. Or one of the very few final ones. Right inside of here. Where you can get yourself Divine Pillars of Light. And then you can head back to the shrine. Now, with the scrolls that were picked up, you can head on over.
Oh, did you?
Haven't talked to her in a while, so we've got everything so far.
Oh, and tell you what.
So this has gotten us Bountiful Light, Blessed Weapon, and Magic Barrier. This is the 10, and that's all the light miracles that we can get from Arena of Cream.
Godspeed, Champion of Ash. May your solemn duty.
And that concludes her quest, which we're not worried about quests right now. We're just worried about magic.
Back again, I see. Perfect.
Again, bought all of his magic, and with the Crystal Scroll, that gives us Homing Crystal Soul Mass, Crystal Soul Spear, and Crystal Magic Weapon.
Promise to stay safe. It's been nice running our own little school.
And from here, nothing more.
I do not what?
Simply nothing more from any of the NPCs.
Oh,
We got everything.
deuce.
Unless I'm missing something from being sick, but I don't think I am. Now, after beating that boss, you want to go and place the 4 Ashes of the Lords, and then kneel, and then you can go and you can fight the final boss. And then with killing the final boss, you can come down here. And the dancer got you Soothing Sunlight. And from the final boss, you get Sunlight Spear. And that is every single sorcery, every single pyromancy, and every single miracle in Dark Souls 3 in the base game. So, yeah.